Welcome back, Aries. This is going to be a reading for you. And today we're going to be looking at what you're not aware of. Now, the point of this reading is to give you clarity on things that you may not be seeing about yourself or your situation. Sometimes we literally don't realize certain things about ourselves. So hopefully this reading is helpful. And this is general, so you still only want to take what applies and leave the rest. If it does resonate with you, then that's beautiful. If there's some aspects that don't resonate with you, understand there's millions of people who have access to these videos. Everything's not meant to resonate with you in these readings because they are general. You always want to get a personal reading if you're looking for answers that are very specific to you. Okay, and if you want one with me, check out the description box. You guys can use the code Spooky Season in all caps until October 15th to get 40% off of your tarot sessions with me. So if you wanted to book a phone session but couldn't get one before because it was too expensive, definitely take advantage of this because I don't do this sale often. And let's go ahead and get straight into the reading. I kind of already pulled some cards. I'm really loving this deck. This is the Healing Mantra Oracle card deck, and it's really beautiful. But let's get straight into it, Aries. What you're not aware of. With the Uncover Confidence card here, for a lot of you, a lot of personal blockages you could be experiencing at the moment have a lot to do with the fact that you aren't in a space to where you're 100% expressing a level of confidence. Some of you are playing it really safe. Some of you are kind of like losing touch with yourself in a sense where you're not believing in yourself as much as you believed in yourself previously, okay? The back of this card says, I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. So this is understanding that you're very vital to just the universe functioning. So with that analogy, you understand that you have a lot to offer, and a lot of you are kind of like playing it safe, or like your lack of confidence is, like I said, keeping you in a chokehold to where you're experiencing stagnation and not knowing why, and it's stemming from the subconscious. Then I also have untangling neglect. And for a lot of you, you have been very much neglected in your love life and in your personal relationships. And what you may not be aware of at the moment is you may neglect your relationships that you have around you now because of the fact that you've been neglected previously, either by those same people or people in general. And it makes you move smarter in terms of your energy. So you may do this thing where you completely separate yourself from situations when it becomes too much for you. Or, some of you guys have dealt with abandonment issues romantically, and you may kind of like try to ghost people before they ghost you because you don't want to be knee deep in situations and feel like you're experiencing, like I said, past neglect all over again. The back of this card says, I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. Yeah, and for some of you also, what you're not aware of, the reason why you may be single at the moment is so that spirit can get you guys to understand that you only need your personal approval. Some of you have been too caught up in, oh, I need this person to make me feel like this. I need somebody to make me feel loved, when you should come into the relationship already feeling loved by self. And then two whole people can come together and have a healthy relationship, not two people needing, someone to fill that emotional void or that void of, not really having love in their life, and like creating a crippling situation to where you guys are like dependent on each other emotionally. Then we have opening my mind. Oh my gosh, if I can get this card. So we have opening my mind. And with this card, what you may not be aware of is you guys are actually becoming more aware and more open in terms of what's happening around you, where you may have been kind of like in the midst of change and not really getting why you were having certain feelings to change careers or do this differently or do that. You guys are really tapped in when it comes to your third eye and knowing when it's time to pull away and when it's time to move forward with something. And this is interesting energy. The back of this card says, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. So this is also making sure you guys don't have a narrow view in terms of opportunity, a narrow view in general. Okay, sometimes we can get caught up in our own perception and don't try to see it from an outside perception, excuse me. And then we also have this card. So it says activating the third eye. And on the back of it, it says, I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. So another card kind of talking about seeing beyond the veil. Aries. What are they not aware of at the moment? And I got cards flipping. What am I Aries not aware of at the moment? Ooh, okay, we have spiritual partnership. I'm going to pull 4 of these, or actually no, 3. We have change. We also have self-love. So this self-love card is actually kind of tying back to what I was saying before about a lot of you being on a journey for self-love. Okay. And when I say this doesn't mean, be closed off to all people and things like that. Just understand that the things happening around you have a lot to do with spirit trying to get you to pour into self, because the only way you can be in a relationship and it be healthy is that you're coming from a place of being completely whole, and then in that way you can attract someone who's whole as well, not someone who's reflecting the broken aspects of self. And then with the spiritual partnership, some of you have a spiritual partnership already and you're not aware of it. You and your person may connect more so on a spiritual level, and there may be a spiritual connotation as to why you guys are dealing with each other. Whether it's you guys, fulfilling certain karmic lessons via each other, or you guys, it's something about this connection that's spiritual in nature in terms of what it means, what it signifies. Interesting. And then change. I mean, that's pretty obvious. You guys are in the midst of change, and you may not be aware of it because it's like you're, just feeling the urge to do this and to do that. But you're in the midst of change. These are changes you were supposed to make naturally, and you guys are kind of falling in line already. So these are some of the things that I see. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. This wasn't supposed to be negative or positive. This was just to kind of give you some insight. If you enjoyed, thumbs it up, subscribe. Again, make sure you guys enter code Spooky Season at checkout when booking a reading during this time frame, so you can get 40% off up until October 15th. All right, Aries, I'll see you in the next one.